Audio morning brief for the U.S. grain markets. I'm Rich Paz for Critical Point, 8:24 a.m. Eastern Time, January 5th. Okay, price action for the March corn shows it bottomed about a day earlier, and it should have. And so normally we'd say, well, if it's not complete, then this little stability last couple of days, that should be erased, meaning the market ought to go to a new low for the week. And so realize that can occur, that it's going to take just a little longer to find that bottom, and there's another little wave of selling. However, when we throw everything at the model, the model's kind of saying, it's almost like they overreacted on that selling at the beginning of the week, and there's really no selling left. That you've already seen the lowest price for this level 3 downtrend, even though we haven't necessarily found the bottom for it. I think there's a chance here it's not going to take out this week's low, but I just have to warn you, normally it would. And so we still maybe see selling into Monday or by Monday, and then we'll get the level 3 bounce. But in the meantime, there's a possibility as far as in terms of how low the price it has bottomed. And I think the evidence to consider its bottom is trade above yesterday's high at 469 for the March corn, more so if we can get a close above it, okay? And I like the fact that yesterday was a higher day close, and it was the first day for a bottom, but it didn't show any evidence of selling into that bottom is what our problem is. Now, it's oversold, and you have some better favorite indicators are trying to turn long. I think we've seen the lowest price. Rather than get too geeky here trying to find all the little things that make that bottom, I'm going the idea it's probably bottom, but I just got to warn you, it may sell off into Monday and then bounce. But as I look out to next week, we're due for a bit of demand here, oversupply, recover the price a little bit for corn. Now, if it will trade over 469, I think we have to consider return to 471 to 474 or so, and then we'll update you along the way whether we can come up with any higher calculations. Now, if the market were to move lower into Monday and take out the low of the week at 461 and 3/4, for the moment, we're thinking there's actually limit orders, probably below that. There's not enough sell orders. We just can't get that bear down here on corn, even though I realize a lot of people have probably given up saying this thing's gone down for 6 months. What are you talking about? It just keeps eroding. It will not stop. Even though these level 3 upswings work, the level 2 swings just don't have the upside punch they used to have. It's a little roller coaster market that just quietly moves lower, okay? And yes, we're at risk. It's going lower for a few weeks yet, all right? But at the same time, we're coming up with these calculations saying there's really no need to take it any lower. There's no reason to take it up either, okay? So we'll see how it works. I think this is kind of a dead-in-the-water, very short-term traders market is all it is, but I still think it's base building long-term. All right, I've given you some upside, given you some downside objectives here, or not objectives, but the possibility of a little more downside for this level 3, but I just cannot come up with reasons why it would be a sizable down move. Now, soybeans. This one's more active here. It's definitely bearish. It's been quite serious since the high of last week. It's in the time frame for a bottom. And the interesting thing is the model's saying really it probably bottomed for level 4 on January 3rd. If so, it should bottom today into early Monday or Sunday night for the futures, of course. So I think we're very, very close to level 3 bottom. And I'm going to stand pat with the idea soybeans are going to bounce some next week. We're going to get a rally. It's just a matter, are they hooked on this idea of always sell on Mondays, Monday, Tuesday, just because they don't get the weekend information? And are they but I think they're kind of selling a little, they're kind of gaming that already. They're saying, yeah, we're probably going to sell Monday, or someone's going to sell Monday. Let's get ahead of them. And they're trying to sell it right into the end of the week. That may get a low enough price that we don't see the sellers show up on Monday. They've already sold as of yesterday and today, okay? I like this price level. We had a downside objective there of right around 1263 or so, and low of the day is at 1263. It's oversold, and my favorite daily indicator is trying to, it's bearish still, but it's oversold, narrow range. Here again, positive close anytime now into early next week, sign of the level 3 bottom. The market should rally. at least back towards the 5-day average, I say a bit above it. And farther out in time, I still think that gap created this week, gap lower, is an upside target. I just don't know how long it's going to take to actually work at that target. So the trend is down, no sign of a bottom, need a positive up day. We may be on our way. In fact, if it trades above the overnight high of 1271.5, that's probably a sign of a level 4 bottom, and it can at least bounce for half a day, day and a half. But that could be the first piece of evidence for a level 3 bottom. And keep in mind, soybeans, unlike the corn market, can bottom now for the far more important level 2 bottom. We could finally get some stability here in coming weeks for soybeans, and we'll explain more of that next week as we get more data and information coming in here. All right, for the March wheat, very pleased with a positive reversal yesterday. I think that's a level 3 bottom. I think it'll follow through to the upside of higher prices next week. Your risk point is if it takes out yesterday's low in a very short period of time here at 591.25, that would mean there's something wrong with this level 3 stance. But right at the moment, I'm saying we're going to see higher next week for wheat. It may just be range bound for a while, but I'm just saying I still think the downside's rather limited here when looking out over the next few months. I think we've still seen a long-term bottom in wheat. Now, I realize today they put it up overnight, starting to back it off some. It's near the 5-day average. It's possible that's a level 4 tops going lower on the Monday. But again, the best forecast is there should be a couple of days at least next week of a little flour-based demand, upset the technical traders as well, and just support wheat a little bit here. So here's hopeful we found a floor price as of yesterday for the wheat, but again, it also may be range bound, and so it may bounce it a couple days next week, pull it back some, and we just see some choppiness for a while. But I think, again, we've recently seen a long-term bottom in the wheat market. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. Have a great day, great weekend. Thank you.